In the harsh Arizona desert of 1884, a lonely rancher discovered a wounded Apache woman hiding beneath a mesquite tree. She was terrified, barely able to stand, and certain that the stranger approaching her would bring more danger. But instead of raising his rifle, Silas Reed lowered it and offered her water, food, and a safe place to rest. He never demanded her trust and never tried to control her freedom. What began as a simple act of mercy slowly grew into an unexpected bond that would change both of their lives forever. But what happened when Elara finally had the chance to return to her people, and why did she choose to stay? Before we begin, make sure to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more emotional Old West stories. Now let's get started. In the spring of 1884, rancher Silas Reed was riding the far edge of his property in southern Arizona when he noticed unusual tracks near a dry creek bed. At first, he thought they belonged to a wounded deer. Then, he heard a faint movement beneath a mesquite tree. There, wrapped in a torn blanket, was a young Apache woman. Her name was Elara. She was exhausted, frightened, and had a deep cut along her arm. When Silas approached, she reached for a small knife, warning him to stay away. Silas immediately stopped. He slowly lowered his rifle and placed his hands where she could see them. "I'm not here to hurt you," he said. Elara did not trust him. Silas understood. Instead of coming closer, he left his canteen and a piece of bread on the ground, then stepped back toward his horse. After several tense moments, Elara took the water. Silas returned to his ranch alone, but before sunset, he came back with medicine, food, and a clean blanket. He found Elara still hiding near the creek. "You can use the cabin beside my ranch," he told her. "No one will force you to stay. No one will touch you without your permission." For the next several days, Elara remained cautious. Silas never questioned her past or demanded her gratitude. He simply left food outside the cabin and continued his daily work. Slowly, her fear began to fade. One evening, Elara stepped onto the porch and quietly thanked him. It was the first time Silas had heard her speak. Neither of them knew it then, but that small moment would change both their lives forever. Months passed, and Elara gradually became part of life at Silas Reed's ranch. The frightened woman who had once hidden beneath a mesquite tree now walked confidently across the property, helped in the garden, cared for injured animals, and learned how to manage the ranch accounts. Silas respected her knowledge of the desert, and she taught him which plants could heal wounds and where water could sometimes be found beneath the dry earth. Their friendship grew quietly. There were no grand promises, only countless small moments, a shared cup of coffee at sunrise, laughter while repairing a fence, and long conversations beneath the stars. Then, one cold evening, a traveling trader brought unexpected news. He had heard of an Apache family living several days west, and one of the names sounded familiar to Elara. Silas immediately saddled his horse. "If they are your people, I'll take you there," he said. Elara looked at him for a long moment. She realized Silas was willing to let her go, even though it broke his heart. "I once thought home was the place I had lost," she whispered. "Now I know home can also be the place where someone chooses to protect your freedom." The following spring, Elara and Silas married in a quiet ceremony at the ranch. Their life remained difficult, but they faced every hardship together. Years later, travelers spoke of their peaceful homestead as a place where two wounded lives had found trust, companionship, and a future neither had expected.